keeping you connected by showing the best available players. Jerry Jeudy heads the list there. Javon, Kinlaw, the defensive lineman from South Carolina, just behind, along with CeeDee Lamb, another receiver, Justin Jefferson, and Xavier McKinney at defensive backs. You see three receivers, Justin Jefferson of LSU, Lamb of Oklahoma, Jeudy from Alabama. Deep wide receiver class, but so far only Henry Ruggs has been selected by the Las Vegas Raiders. Here is the trade that allowed the 49ers and the Buccaneers to switch spots. The 49ers moved down one and pick up a fourth-round pick to get to a little bit more draft capital.
Which is good for them because the Niners came into this without a second, third, or fourth-round pick. So with that trade with the Bucs, they only moved back one spot. They still have the 31st pick in the first round. It wouldn't surprise me if John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan might trade again at some point here in the first round, as you mentioned, to get more picks a little bit later. But sitting good right now, be interesting to see what happens.
So the 49ers are on the clock, runner-up in the Super Bowl last year against Kansas City. How will they add to their team? The pick is now in. Here's Roger Goodell.
Go!
With the 14th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle, South Carolina. We go Niner fans.
The San Francisco 49ers had a couple of guys leading the team. DeForest Buckner, Sheldon Day no longer with the Niners, and they replace him with Javon Kinlaw, who's one of the great stories in this draft for long stretches of time. He was homeless. He at times rode the metro of Washington, D.C. just to stay warm. Came out of the state of South Carolina through junior college and became one of the most powerful, and some scouts say the most violent player, legally I mean, on the field in the NFL draft. As Maria Taylor's with us, Javon Kinlaw, first-round pick, is a remarkable story.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And that phone call here tonight changes everything for Javon Kinlaw, because growing up, food and housing was not always a guarantee. But the one thing that was that football could most certainly be a way out.
It was real hard growing up homeless and things like that, living in a basement for some time. Mom lost her job, it was hard, but looking back on it, it was what it was, nobody was ever complaining or nothing like that. Didn't always see football as the way out. Took me a long time to realize that. Probably took me till I got to South Carolina to realize it was the way out. Just seeing that I had a chance to do something special with my life, it's like surreal. It's almost like you gotta pinch yourself to make sure you're still alive. Just coming through so much.
And now Javon Kinlaw is also driven by his young daughter. Her name is Eden, and she's 1 year old. And Javon says he never wants her to grow up the way that he did. And now with this step into the professional ranks, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to provide a great life for a Reese.
And how great is that? The story that Javon and the things that he's overcome, and now to have this moment to celebrate a member of the San Francisco 49ers. And he is a guy that, if you can get pressure in the middle, that's really a great place to start on defense. And that is one thing that Javon Kinlaw can do. Is that Javon there on the floor? Great celebration going on in Columbia, and he gave the Gamecock fans a lot to celebrate this year, David.
Oh, man, did he ever. And talk about a great story. You saw what Maria just talked about, but he's just a big, powerful young man that can get to the quarterback. Look at that. I mean, that's Alabama. That's not Vanderbilt. That is grown-ups on the offensive line. And you could see him. By the way, he comes into South Carolina. He's 330, 340 pounds. Every year lost weight, got down, got in better shape. He improved every single year, and this guy's going to continue to grow. But you watch number 3, that had a tendency to just dominate games for South Carolina up front. He was the main focal point of every offense, and he continued to ball and play and ball out every single game.
And David, just looking at him, he's a 325-pound person, but he's a spelt 325. And what I love when he gets His hands on these offensive linemen. It's like he's electrocuting them. I mean, he can shake people, extremely strong, but he's also a very quick twitch athlete that can loop around and get in the quarterback's face. He's already 6'4", 6'5". He's got long arms. As a quarterback, when you have that inside presence, it's like throwing over top of a building. It's really, really hard to do. He's got to keep his weight in check moving forward. But for the 49ers, you know, losing DeForest Buckner to the Indianapolis Colts, you replace him immediately with Javon Kinlaw. He can be an impact player right away for the NFC champs.
And Javon Kinlaw is a guy who came through the junior college ranks. There were so many people at Jones County Community College in Mississippi who kind of helped him get back on track academically, and they too are celebrating this with him as he is headed to the San Francisco 49ers. 15th pick in the NFL draft belongs to the Denver Broncos.